Elijah, thank you for being on.
Of course.
I appreciate it. Forgive me if saying your name fucks with me because my son's also named Elijah, as you know. So I'm like,
whenever I added you on Facebook and I saw that your son was named Elijah too, I was like, oh, okay. Hey.
man, it's a good name. I wanted him to be named Julian, but through unfortunate circumstances, he was Elijah.
Unfortunate.
Man,
You don't like the name Elijah or something?
it's not that. There was an altercation between me and his mom before he was born, and she was like, "He will not have your name." And I was like, "You suck." Man,
Just straight.
right?
You suck.
It's not even that good at it either. I'm just like, just fucking everything up.
Okay, Elijah.
Well, all right. If you just want to introduce yourself, say a little bit about you, because I know you in a different chapter of your life. So this would be this would be a great opportunity to, of course, relearn the new you and to show people that with time and with development, we start to become our own people, and that person may be different from the norm or what people expect us to be, but it's who we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I was telling my boyfriend, the last time that I think I saw you was whenever I was like 12.
Oh man.
11, and that was probably whenever I first started like the mental transition. So it was definitely a weird time for anyone to know me. But I have been on testosterone for 3 years.
Okay.
Coming up 3 years in May. Yes. And I'm just a normal guy.
And for people who don't
just
know,
a chill normal guy.
Elijah is on testosterone.
I'm on testosterone. I'm a trans man.
There you go. I'm not good with terminology, so I was trying to alley-oop you the...
I'm a trans man.
Yes, so that is the reason for that, guys. But that will be a big thing that we're going to talk about. Of course, I like to get to know the individuals, but like you said, around 12, 13 is when you started to become who you truly are. And sometimes people are trapped in a body that they don't understand fully. So I don't want to get into like early childhood and all that fun stuff because it wasn't you per se. You know, you just living life at that point.
Yeah, and I appreciate that because usually whenever people want to talk about my transition, they want to talk about like, what were you like as a baby?
Yeah.
Like, what were you like as like 3, 4
I was
years
crying.
Old? I was like,
divers. No, and that's the thing. People like, I'm the type of guy who not even allows because I don't have authority, but do what you want to do.
Exactly.
As long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as you
like.
And that's the frustrating thing about life now, especially that little comment you made when we were talking. You were like, people are having to go back into hiding, and I was like, hiding? That blows my fucking mind that people feel like they have to be secretive.
Yeah, there are people
to
having
be
to be
themselves.
secretive. It's horrible.
And
especially the children.
Right, and what really portrayed it really well, I don't know if you're an American Horror Story fan.
Everyone dogs on me for it. I think you dogged on me too.
Right.
I haven't watched it.
It's a good time, but there is a season, I believe it's American Horror Story, but there's a season where there is a cop who is secretly gay, and it's just going through that whole process, and then they meet individuals who are quote unquote different because they have to find their own place. But there's a lot of people dying, and what they really did really well is point out like the safety that needs to be had if you're a part of this community, because there was a big stigma of like AIDS and HIV a long time ago.
Yeah.
And that's what they were leading into. People of that community were passing away. They were like, bro, we have no fucking idea what's going on. But then they identified it and they were like, okay, now we're able to help individuals who are just being discriminated against while also dying from an unknown fucking illness. So with that process of understanding, when I look in the mirror, I don't see Riley.
Right.
I see somebody else. How is that for you to take that first step and starting to discover or to not even discover, to search for that boy at that time?
It wasn't hard to find, but it was hard to show because people in my family, I know you guys are going to be watching. Love you guys.
Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you guys. But they were not accepting in the beginning at all. And I had to go back into the closet a few good times and had to come out multiple times. And I feel like with that type of group in your life where you're just constantly having to root for yourself and tell yourself, like, or tell other people, hey, I'm this, you just get used to it, and it's like something that is the normal.
I find that very interesting that people of the community have to feel like they have to come out.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, if you just see me sucking dick one day, like, that's that shouldn't be like,
right.
You should be like, what does he do? Like, does he not understand what he's doing? No, nigga, I know what I'm doing.
1 + 1 equals 2.
Not saying I'm doing. I'm not saying I'm doing that. Ladies, hit me up.
Oh,
Not saying I suck dick, but ladies, hit me up. I'm just saying. I don't.
this is a great man.
Thank you.
Hit him up.
But that's the weird thing. Like, I didn't have to come out as straight.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
I didn't have to live a certain way to make people appreciate me. And that's what I feel like the sad reality of a lot of people have to go through.
Yeah.
But the thing is, since I've been on this journey of betterment and to be a better man, I kind of see life differently. I was talking to this individual. I just had him on the podcast a while back ago, Jared, but he's bisexual. And I was on his podcast a while back ago, and I was like, bro, I just feel like if the community stuck up for each other as gangs did, or as like the police officers did, y'all would be cool.
They'd be cool.
Like, if y'all learned how to fight and not give a fuck, because the whole pride movement is to be happy with that. And a lot of people don't understand this. When there's violence, sometimes love cannot move forward unless the evil is neutralized. Meaning, you can't stop a raging fire without burning some of the grass so it can't get to the good grass.
Right.
That community has done a lot from whenever it started to now, but people are still being discriminated against. People are still having to go into hiding. And I'm just like, when is enough enough?
Right. And it's not even like just like the straight people that make the LGBT community unsafe. It's because currently the trans community, specifically the trans and queer community, so basically just like someone who doesn't really have a certain label, they just know they are in the community, they don't really put something to it.
Okay.
The trans and queer community is being heavily targeted at the moment, even by other members.
That's what the guy was saying, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I'm so confused. But then I start to think of, because I'm a black guy.
Yep.
Right? So discrimination is something that is ongoing, regardless if I'm gay, straight, a millionaire, anything. And then I was like, why would that community, the one that's being discriminated against, go against each other? But then you start to look at the ghettos, and you start to see black people.
It.
Yeah, you start to see black people killing black people, or light skins hating dark skins. And I'm like, this is a great agenda if you wanted to destroy somebody without lifting a finger.
Like, if you just go to North Tulsa, you'll see all the homeless people trying to fight each other. Like,
Yeah.
you all are in the same situation. But, like, for a good example, I did think about bringing this up. There was recently a trans man who was murdered by his girlfriend, and a whole group of people. I've been posting about it on Facebook a whole lot.
So forgive me if I start to like think, because
No,
I
you're
have
good.
to. Because okay, so turned into a woman, and then he dated a regular woman.
Yes, he dated a bisexual woman named Precious.
Okay, shit.
That's what I said. That's exactly what he said. Her name's fucking Precious. She did not look precious at all, whatsoever. But So the trans guy, his name's Sam, Sam Nordquist. He was 24,
Oh, damn.
I believe. Precious was in her late 30s, and she was known to target trans men and kind of just psychologically abuse them, sometimes physically. A lot of people came out after they found out that she got arrested. But she lived in a motel in New York, and Sam traveled from Minnesota to New York to visit her online girlfriend. And she then met up with a whole group of people. Currently there's 7 people arrested.
Oh, damn.
7, just for this one murder. And they all trapped Sam in the motel room and sexually, physically, and mentally abused him for 2 months.
Damn.
His family labeled him as a missing person, and the police did nothing about it. They refused to look for him because the family believes it was because they originally called at saying that their transgender brother was missing. And they just constantly said, there's nothing we can do.
And they called for a wellness check about 2 times.
They called for a wellness check twice.
At the motel?
Yeah, the family called for a wellness check twice because they knew. Sam was constantly in contact with his mother, and he stopped being in contact with her.
So, in your opinion, being a trans individual, why do you think there's more of a target on your back? To me, it doesn't change anything, right? Okay, so like with Sam, right? If you don't feel like you're, if you feel like you're in the wrong body, but still do things that other part of the community does, I'm just so confused on why it's different.
I think it's just more of a...
Because gay men get to act feminine like a motherfucker. More feminine than some women. And that throws me off.
Like the same like gay people that are transphobic love drag queens. I don't get it. But I think that it may just be the part that you're messing with your body. And they're just having sex, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, it could also, to me, from the outside looking in, it could also be like, are you really proud? Because
internalized homophobia.
Yeah, because with trans individuals, like with Sam, he was a man first that dated a woman. So it's like, I feel like for other people in the community, it's like, bro, why couldn't you just be quote unquote straight? Or why couldn't you be quote unquote gay if you turned into a woman and then dated a man?
And,
you know, like,
well, he I just want to make sure you're getting it right. He was a woman who transitioned into a man.
oh, okay.
Yes,
that's
yes,
what
yes,
so flip what I say. So like,
yes,
how individuals be like, well, why can't you just be what you were and then date the opposite sex? But it's like,
that is actually something that happens so often. I have had that that question asked multiple times. Why do you need to be a guy? Do you just want to be in the gay community? Like, why can't you just be straight? Da 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 da.
Or just a lesbian.
Right. I've had family ask me that question. Like, whenever I came out, I believe first I came out as non-binary, actually, because I was too nervous to come out as trans. And I openly said that I was bisexual to my mom. And, of course, with my family, that spreads like wildfire. Any news.
It always
Boom,
does.
It blows
I'm
up,
like,
it blows
keep it
up.
between me and you.
Yeah.
That happened to me the other day. My mom was like, so I heard you and this girl's talking again. I was like, I only told like 2 people. And they both said they didn't tell nobody. So what is going on?
And they both told her.
Man. Yeah. But they don't want, man, I just feel like they just like messing with Julian.
For sure. It depends on 2 people you told. If it was any of your sisters, then you're damned.
It definitely was.
Sorry if y'all watching this.
Man. Thumbs down to you all. So to actually answer that question, since people asked you that question, what is your response to that? If you need me to ask it again.
I mean, it's just my sexual preferences don't have anything to do with
How you feel about yourself.
how I feel about myself, how I feel about my gender. That's like something entirely different.
So what is it about masculinity or being a man that you gravitate more than the feminine body you was placed in?
Well, for like obvious answers, I hate my chest. That's like the one surgery I plan on getting. And testosterone has made my voice a lot deeper. I'm very happy about that. That is the one thing that I was the most uncomfortable with, because people would look at me and they would see a guy, but they would hear me talk and then they would get weirded out. For what reason?
I have no idea. It's like you have like the plague or something.
Right? Like, fuck, I'm not sick. Leave me alone. Sometimes I'm sorry about if any of the people I lied to are watching this, but I used to tell people who were like extra nosy that I just had a testosterone deficiency.
Fuck. And that's the
And they
thing, man.
believed it.
People, I saw this guy, and I was watching some TV shows, and there's some people in TV shows who does this, but he was like, man, when I go out of town, I'm a whole different person. I have a different name. I'm a different,
Right.
like, qualifications. Like, and you don't have to, people who don't matter.
Exactly.
And to me, I feel like that's more important to know with transitioning to whomever you want to be. And when we start putting labels on who's important, then it takes away from who's important. So like family,
Exactly.
pastors, people like that we deem as important are really not in that category.
Right.
And I feel like if we just labeled like your boyfriend or individuals who cared about you in a label or in a box that says important, and then all the other people who disrespect you and all this other stuff in not important, why does it matter who's in the box?
Right.
What matters is what comes out of it. You know, and if what's coming out of it is love, then just stick with whomever comes out of that type of box, you know?
Exactly.
But I guess that's easier said than done, because of course, if your parents are still alive, you probably want approval from your parents, or if you want to make somebody proud, it's hard to make somebody proud. Like, it was funny because of what that was said, but it wasn't funny because of probably what happened. So there was this person, I don't know what the person was, but it was like, I went to the Army recruiter, and I guess the person was transitioning to a girl because it looked a little feminine. But he was like, I went to the Army recruiter and told them I wanted to join like my dad, and they told me to go to the Navy. And it's funny because the military make fun of other branches.
Right.
But if that person didn't get in because they were transgender, then it's like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like individuals can't even if their family supports, or even if people around them loves them, how can they be who they want to be if the stigma doesn't carry further than just discrimination, right? So like, if you wanted to be a firefighter,
Right.
because your mom or dad, somebody was a firefighter, and they were like, no,
I don't think you're strong enough.
Yeah, we don't have. Okay, well, okay, that was another thing. Firefighters got to be strong, guys, because if I'm hurt,
They gotta be
carry me. Bro. I want a big man to carry. Like, I was getting my back popped a while back ago, and there was this man. He was like 6'4", have to be like 300 pounds. I was like, give me him.
Yeah.
He knows how to touch my body and places.
So you said you're not gay, right? Oh, okay.
Just say a lot of gay
He knows
shit.
how to touch his body.
I just know how to say a lot of
Yep.
no Diddy, guys.
Oh.
Like, you just throw that out there. It's okay.
Oh.
But no, I mean, different qualifications. I believe individuals are equal, but then when you start to get into like things that require certain skills or attributes,
Right.
then it's not really anyone's fault. It's just find something that you're great in, you know?
I like how you brought up that like trans people not being allowed to go into the military is fucked up, because that's currently something that's going on also.
Yeah,
with
and
our new president. He's trying to, I'm sure you've heard about Project 2025 and a couple of the things.
I think
that
I
are
told
in
you I
there.
was ignorant to a lot of these things. They could have been like, black people can't come out on Mondays. I would have been out on Mondays not knowing what's going on.
All of America is now a sundown town.
I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Like, so Project 2025 is a big group of laws that our new president is currently putting into place, trying to put into place. And right now he has successfully taken away all special education in schools.
Why?
Right?
There's like
Exactly.
never
Why?
explanations. They're just,
Oh!
this is what happens.
Yeah, they're just like, we need more money for something else. Take this away. Fuck the autistic kids. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, that.
but there's also big parts of his bills that he is trying to pass that involve trans people, of course, because that man's obsessed with us. And one of them is not allowing trans people in the military at all.
And see, and that's what I love about conversations, is that we always get perspective, and from an unbiased point of view, it would make not sense, but if I feel like, okay, let me slow down. So let's just start with this one. So like with jail, right? If a transgender individual goes to jail, I feel like just for safety wise,
Right.
they should go with whatever biologically they are, because I mean, well, it's kind of hard because some men will be really mean, but to me, it's just like you don't want somebody to know. It's really hard.
No, because
You know,
that's,
like, I
that's
wouldn't
something I
wanna-
question too, and that's why I've been trying to do my best to not go to jail, because I don't want to
Right?
find
And,
that out.
yeah, it's like I don't, because like let's just say I used the struggles and everything that you all had to go through, saying I'm transgender, and then go to a female pod, and then get like everybody pregnant.
Right.
Or a female go to a men pod and get harassed, maybe sexually assaulted as well.
Yeah.
Because women naturally are not as strong as men biologically.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But if you have
There's less
10
muscle.
5 men can hold me down, less for like a biological woman.
Right.
You know, and it would make sense, especially like in the military. You just have to me, bite the bullet and just experience whatever you have to until it's equal for you fully. Black individuals, we had to go to the back of the fucking restaurant to eat.
Right.
We still ate.
Yeah.
We had to drink out of only black water fountains. We still had water. So I feel like if people, you can't hold yourself back because it's not 100% going your way.
Right.
Even though it sucks, life fucking sucks. There's kids dying from cancer. There's a pregnant mom who gets into a car accident and dies, you know? If you're able to live out your dream to whatever extent, I feel like you should chase it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if they're only doing that because you are that, not that, oh, I don't want to go to the men pod or the I don't know how the military works, but I don't want to do this or that because I don't feel this way, then it's like, now you're holding yourself back because you have the opportunity. It's just not 100% what you want.
See, and I think the biggest issue with that law is a lot of people see it the way as women are less stronger than men, which, yes, that is true. Men have more muscle. But are women not already in the military?
Right.
So therefore, if a trans person, okay, like, let's say, I don't know how military works either.
Me either. Because I thought they were all fucking equal. That's what I thought. Like in boot camp, everybody shave. Well, I don't think the women shave their hair though.
No, I don't think so.
But
I don't even know if the men actually do it anymore.
Oh,
But
really?
I'm not sure.
I was thinking
think
about
they
going
just
to
have
the
to get it
military a
short.
while ago.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was thinking about it.
But okay, let's say like a trans person a woman and a man is all in one room getting like an exam done to go into the military.
Right.
If all three of them are strong enough, all three of them have good eyesight, they have good mental health, they have good like vision, why not?
Yeah.
And another argument has been about like the medication we take, like our estrogen or testosterone. And at that same time, do other people not take medicine? Because estrogen for trans women is usually a pill. Estrogen for trans men, or estrogen for trans men, testosterone for trans men can usually be, it can be shots, it can be creams, it can be a whole bunch of different shit. But do people not already take medicine? There is no logical reason
Yeah.
for trans people to just flat out not be allowed. Also, I think I'm pretty sure the military is like mixed male and female now.
Oh shit, I couldn't tell you.
I'm not too sure on that part.
But see, that's so. Again, from the outside looking, I don't know if you've seen this TV show, but it's a prequel to Breaking Bad. It's Better Call Saul.
I haven't even finished Breaking Bad.
It's good.
I need to watch it.
It's good.
Real bad.
Okay, it's consistently okay. Like there's not a bad episode, but there's not an episode that's like, oh shit. Because I feel like AMC, you can't really get as gory and as like
Yeah.
gangsta as I feel it's necessary. But I mean, it works.
They got gory as fuck with The Walking Dead.
They did. I was about to say
Yeah,
that Walking
yeah.
Dead,
They
but
did
there's
do The Walking
zombies
Dead.
though.
Yeah.
Not really.
Zombie show, I mean, that's meant to be gore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, in Better Call Saul, there was a. Oh, now I think I lost my train of thoughts. What were we talking about? Oh, the pills.
Military
Okay.
Pills.
Yeah. So, these individuals had to go to this underground location to help build this bunker.
Right.
And the guy who took them there was like, "Hey, everything is packed with the essentials. If you need anything, write it on a list." To correspond with that with the military, yes, people take medicine, but it's the essentials, right? It's probably the Tylenols, the other thing. I don't know what else people take. But to add in estrogen and testosterone where there really is no quote unquote need, I feel like it's like, why would we waste money and resources for a limited few that is altering themselves? And I could see where people would feel not obligated to do so
Well,
because it's not a requirement for you to live,
yeah.
right? It's just something to make you feel more comfortable with yourself, which is 100% fine. But to expect the military to cater to that need when it's not a necessary need.
But also, yet again, I'm not sure how the military works.
Yeah, me either. I had some veterans on, but I've never had like a recruiter or somebody active.
Right.
But I think that'd be a good conversation because I really
Yeah,
don't
probably.
know. Like, I feel like women should have free tampons and shit. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a thing. That's an essential thing.
Tampons.
Man,
Lower price baby food.
right. Like the essentials.
now.
Like, if you really gave a fuck, lower the real essentials. Not saying that's not real essentials for you all, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Please lower my testosterone. I would appreciate it, government. Thank you.
I do have something to add whenever it comes to like it being an essential part.
Yeah, what's up?
So like, I'm trans as well,
Mhm.
and a lot of trans people get very suicidal. It's difficult to live like that, you know, just like even just by yourself, and then interacting with other people. HRT really helps. That it helps other people perceive you as like what you
HRT
want.
is the.
hormone replacement
Okay.
therapy.
There we go.
It helps other people see the way that you see yourself.
Okay.
And it also, like, for me personally, it gives me a boost of confidence. It helps with my chronic pain. Like, it is an essential for a lot of people. And it makes me really sad because a lot of trans youth have that taken away from them. And it's causing a lot of them to kill themselves.
So when youth is such a broad term because like a 16, 17 is youth, right? Would you consider that still teenager?
17 and under.
17 and under.
And it's also like anyone underneath 18 can't get testosterone. And now I'm pretty sure they're trying to take away like, what's it called? Hormone blockers.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, puberty blockers.
So, I don't know. Elijah, you said you started doing testosterone 13, 14?
How old do you think I am, baby?
Probably Tamia's age, so 16, 17?
Please be serious. I'm 19. I'm going to be 20 this year, my man.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to be 20.
Well, shout out to 20-year-olds, I guess. I don't know.
I was born in 2005.
Damn.
Okay.
I didn't know you were that much older than Tamia.
Okay. Yeah. She's 16? How old is she?
I think she's just turned 17 or
Oh,
something.
fuck. Timey,
Yeah.
I did not know you were that young either.
Me either. Man. But yeah, I bring all that up because when people say they're taking away these things, HRTs,
Yes. HRT.
for youth, then it's like everything about them is not developed fully. So to add something that is altering,
Well,
like,
hormone blockers are for.
also,
So they-
yeah,
so
the
they
hormone
do that
blockers
so you
are
just-
for that. It doesn't alter anything. It just
Okay.
kind of
so does it fuck with your body in any
represses.
way?
No, it
No?
doesn't fuck with your body at all.
Okay.
Hormone blockers, a lot of people don't realize this. Hormone blockers are also used for children cancer patients. So they can do their chemotherapy because their estrogen and testosterone levels are rising too much, too hard. So they need to have it blocked down a little bit so the chemotherapy won't make them sick, won't
Yeah.
hurt them.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
not only essential for trans people.
Right.
And I would also like to say that I was one of the trans youth that went through Governor Stitt's law where he banned testosterone for minors, banned HRT for minors. And I was about a year in, maybe, a year and a half. And I had to cut it out, cold turkey. Had one more shot left whenever I went to my appointment, and then I was done. And I was off of testosterone for, thankfully, only about like 2-3 months because my 18th birthday was right then.
Okay.
But within those few months, I was so angry. I had withdrawal symptoms real bad. I was agitated through everything, and I couldn't understand why I was agitated, so I was also depressed as fuck. And I was insecure. I was acting out at work constantly, acting out at school a little bit. He laughed.
But see, to me, that's some scary shit. Because, so with these hormone replacers, do you have to be on it for the rest of your life, or is there a done date or an end date?
It depends on the person.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to...
So it's like a once a year thing or a once a month thing, or how's that?
I just did my shot today before I came to see you.
Okay.
It depends on people. Like I do my shot once every 2 weeks,
Okay.
and
mine twice a week.
he does it twice a
shit.
week. Yeah,
I'm scared of needles, guys. So that shit would.
I'm terrified of needles too, my man. My family knows.
Man, just
There was this one time I got a flu shot at Walgreens, and my mom is probably already going, oh damn. But it was the Walgreens, like right by my grandma's house, right down by that QT and
Okay.
O'Reilly's.
Yeah.
And they had that little ass like flu shot room, and I was like 6 or 7. They were like, "This ain't gonna be no problem." It was a problem. There had to be 5 or 6 pharmacists
Damn.
that came in to hold me down just to get a flu shot.
Come on now.
And I was screaming, kicking, crying.
How old were you?
I don't fucking remember. I was like 6, 7,
5 people.
5. And there had to be there were people going out who already tried. I think I kicked one of the doctors in his nuts. I don't know.
Man,
I'm so sorry.
I love everybody, but this is the thing that you're kind of lucky you don't expect. Getting kicked in the nuts.
Oh God, dude.
That shit.
I'm
hurt.
glad.
My son, I don't know why, So with men, since you're old enough, so men sometimes you get an erection for no reason. Sometimes
Right.
it happens, right?
Casual.
My son decides to hit me in the dick with his plastic bat. I've never been in so much pain in my life. But I'm glad it didn't hit me in the nuts, because the nuts, that like incapacitates you.
Oh yeah.
Right, getting hit in the dick, that hurts. It's like stubbing your toe. Right? That hurts. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Because I mean, periods, that sucks. I would want to have nuts more than I would like want a period, but that shit
Personally,
sucks.
haven't experienced a real period in about like
Really?
a good year.
Shout out to you. Like it's been like 26 years for me. It's been great. I've been
Oh, you
enjoying
haven't
it.
had a period?
Hell no.
That's fantastic.
I may act,
Yeah.
I may act like it.
Are you
but
pregnant?
No.
Oh.
Shit, I used to look pregnant, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
You look good though.
thank you. I appreciate it. For the ladies now. It was for my son. But
Which
now-
lady?
Any ladies at this point.
Ladies, hit him up.
I know, please. I'm lonely. But okay, so we're gonna get a little bit more into the, I don't want to call it darker side,
Okay.
but the side that a lot of individuals probably go through, and it's the at-home situation. So when you were saying you had to come in and out of the closet, or you had to come out as non-binary, when did, in men terms, grow a pair and be like, I'm who I am?
Ooh. I think whenever I first I never genuinely got like aggressive about it. Like it is who I am. Da da da.
Mm-hmm.
I got so depressed that my family had to listen.
Mm.
And what made my mom finally get me into an appointment to start testosterone was I think I texted her while I was at work. I worked at Warehouse Market, and I texted her at work like 2 hours into my shift. I was having a breakdown in the bathroom because I couldn't take all the people. Like, there were so many people that were making fun of my voice, talking about me, talking
Really?
about all this shit. Yeah, because I had a name tag. We were forced to wear a name tag, and it said Elijah. And so people would see that, and then they'd hear me talking to them, and they'd be like, oh my God, you sound funny for a boy. Da, da, da. Is that a boy's name? And that alone just fucked with my mental. And I was
Yeah.
like, Mom, I think I may kill myself if I do not start treatment. Period.
That's what it is. We have to feel rock bottom in order to push off of something.
Yep.
You know, it's easy to jump in a pool and propel yourself off the bottom instead of jumping in the ocean and trying to swim back up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, yeah, it sucks that individuals got to get to that point. Some people don't even get a second chance at
Right.
life because they succeeded in the first attempt, you know?
Yeah, some people just...
So I don't know if you watched that podcast with the emotional therapist and then the other lady.
I did.
Okay. You said you did or didn't?
I did.
Did. Oh, thank you.
I watched...
People don't be watching.
I tried to watch all of it. I don't think I fully finished it.
yeah, it's a
but
long time.
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you get to the part where I asked, what was her? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry I forgot.
There
your
was
name.
Amber and Ashley.
Amber, that's what it was. Yes.
I watched it today, guys.
So when I asked, I don't know if you saw the part when I asked Amber, a lot of individuals, especially now that the trans community is being targeted more, that they are looking at these individuals and saying, that is a mental illness. What do you say to those people? Because getting to a point from a straight man who has nothing to do with, because I'm not part of it, nothing to do with that community, to hear somebody say, I'm going to kill myself because I want to be a boy. That's how people will see
Yeah.
it. And that's,
Well, it is a mental
Yeah.
illness in my eyes. I mean, being trans, not every person experiences it. Some people experience gender euphoria, where they kind of just have a neutral feeling about their biological gender, but the gender that they want to switch to makes them more enthused about life. That makes them more happy and more confident.
okay.
And then there's gender dysphoria, which is where your biological sex just, you don't fuck with it. Like, it, horrible. That is a mental issue. And the treatment for that mental issue is HRT.
Mm. It's a easy. Not, I wouldn't say easy fix, because of course there's laws, there's
Oh,
when
yeah.
you can,
And they're trying
But-
to make it less of an easy fix.
but when you get to the and that's what people don't understand, and it blows my mind as well. Like with drugs, right?
Right.
If people want to do drugs, why is there laws telling people they can't do drugs?
Right.
Like, to me, like, if people want to, people can do what they want to do. But of course, then you get into minor details like, oh, what if they have kids, or what if they're doing drugs while driving? Okay, that understandable.
yes.
But
Okay.
if somebody wants to ruin their life and smoke crack,
Smoke crack. I don't know.
smoke crack.
That's not my life.
But like, if individuals feel like they need hormone replacement to be happy, why is happiness being taken away? But then again,
Anti-happiness
this-
laws.
I'm saying this from the outside looking in, because I've had this conversation with multiple individuals, especially people in the community, and I have a son.
Mm-hmm.
I love my son with all my heart. I wanted a son forever.
Yay.
But if he grew up and said, I wanted to be a woman, I have no idea how I'd react. And I just feel like that is a natural response to individuals who just live life, quote unquote, normally.
Yeah.
Right? And it's hard to say how I'd feel, what I'd say, because I try to make everybody feel comfortable as possible. But my personal belief is to live a certain way.
Right.
Would I ever force that belief on anybody else? Of course not. Because who am I?
Right.
I'm just Julian.
There's
right?
Julian.
So to me, it makes sense why individuals put so much pressure on individuals like you, because either they are ashamed about themselves and don't want to come out, or they have a child or something like that they're ashamed of and don't want people to know they support it, or they're just ignorant to the fact that this is truly who you are. And once people start to understand that, then hopefully it gets softer. Meaning, when you look at somebody, instead of judgment, you just look at them and be like, well, shout out to them.
Right. Shout out to them. That's a
Right?
person.
Because
Yay.
I probably put some clothes on because I wanted somebody else to be like, oh shit, he got that shit on.
Yeah.
But another person,
You got that shit on.
another person who dress in drag or dress in tomboy's clothes, you're looking at them like, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
But the whole time you're in this fucking store, you're doing something to please strangers.
And another thing is, if you find it disgusting, maybe it's just not for you.
Yeah, and that's what pisses me off when people get so mad, or like when somebody comments under a video like, "This shit sucks."
Right?
I'm like, why do you have
just
to
scroll, bitch.
Yeah, you don't got to be
Block
here.
'em.
You don't have to be here.
That's what I do. I block. I love blocking people. Oh my god, I love
Man,
blocking
when
people.
it cracked me up because when Donald Trump won the election, I had so many. I have friends on both sides of the party, so
Yeah.
my timeline cracked me the fuck up. One time, or there was one person, they were like, I'm deleting all this person who hates trans or who does this, blah blah blah, fuck all of you. And then the next one is like, well, looks like I'm getting blocked today, guys.
Back in 2025.
I'm like, what is going
I had
on?
an estranged uncle block me.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, they didn't even know me. I don't even know you. Like, we literally would walk past each other if we
Right.
on the street.
Like, who are you?
Right.
I'm
And-
confused.
And that's the funny thing, man. It's like humans, we find something to fight over. It don't matter what it is. We just need it.
There's always going to be an argument somewhere.
Yeah, always good. And that's why when people talk about utopias, I'm like, that shit, but it will never work unless you create a whole bunch of yous.
Right.
Even if you found, like, even your boyfriend or girlfriend, even though you're compatible, 100% of you and 100% of them will not 100% collide or go together all the time. I'm pretty sure you both have different likes and dislikes, but you love each other,
Oh, yeah.
right? And that's what we just need to start doing as a, because if aliens came, they don't give a fuck who's who. You're all dying,
They going to take you.
man. I don't want to get taken by an alien, man.
I would. I'd try and be their friend.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think aliens can speak English? I don't think they can.
Well,
They could use like AI. I don't know.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, man.
yeah, because you can't spell alien without AI. So there you go.
because alien really is just something that's not of that origin, right? Sorry, I didn't get the joke.
Did you just say? Okay. So I said alien can't be spelled without an AI.
Mhm.
Did you say what's the A?
Yeah, where's the A? I wasn't thinking about the beginning. I was like, Leon.
Leanne.
Leon.
It's a great name.
That's close to my dad's name,
Oh, really?
Leon.
I don't think I've ever met your dad.
Well, he's deceased.
Oh,
That's okay.
okay. Woo. I smoke a lot of weed, so when I get
Me too,
caught off
twin.
guard, oh really?
Yeah.
We could have. Anyway,
Whoops.
yeah, but okay, all right. So I don't think we ever. I don't think we ever answered the question.
What was the
So
question?
when you finally, I mean, of course, you said you text your mom and said, "I need this," or "I don't think I'll be here anymore."
Yeah.
But with the other people, because I met your grandmother, I met your aunt. Your aunt really like.
Nikki
so-
was the only one who was down with it.
Yeah, I was gonna
automatically.
say she supported because I was talking to her years ago, and she was like, "Yeah, Elijah's doing this." Blah blah. I was like, "Who the fuck is she talking
Exactly,
about?"
yeah.
And my mom had to tell me like, "Yeah, blah blah blah." I was like, "Oh, that's dope."
Yeah, she just caught on to it like it was nothing, and she would she she had this manager who originally knew me as her niece, and she randomly started talking about her nephew, and she like the manager was like concerned. He was like, what's going on with your niece? Is your niece okay? And she was like, yeah, she moved out of state. I don't talk to her anymore.
But this one, you know, his name's Elijah. He's cooler, way
Yeah,
cooler.
but this is Elijah. His
Yeah.
it's the niece's brother.
I like him way more.
What? Okay. I'm down for it though.
But I mean, and that's cool when you have individuals who are by your side, especially an aunt or a mom or somebody that you really can lean on.
Right.
I wouldn't even say like a family member, just somebody you can lean on when the world starts to kick your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Happens to all of us. Some more than others. But I feel like that makes you strong. Like I just went to the gym 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna be a little bit stronger than what I was today.
Yay!
You know? That's because I had oh my gosh, I hate it. I want to be skinny now. I hate
Well, hey, you're making good progress.
Thanks.
You'll
But-
get there. You'll get there.
Oh, I'm hoping. But yeah, so on the opposite side of the love that Nikki gave you or the understanding that your mom gave you, did you get some backlash? And you don't have to say who, but it could just be a yes or a no. And how did you deal with that?
Oh, I got a lot of backlash. Like
And how does that two questions. The backlash, and then when you said, I don't think I'm going to be alive if I don't get this, did it make you feel like I'm not going to be alive because of y'all's disapproval? Or
Yes.
were you okay? And how does that, I guess 3 questions, fuck. Then if that's a yes, if they, right,
Boom, boom,
and if
boom.
that's a yes, where does the pride in oneself go when you still want to unalive yourself because of disapproval? If the whole movement is being prideful, then why does that still affect individuals? I know it's probably a straightforward question, but I think other people who don't know or who is curious.
I mean, because I feel like having pride in yourself is like a big part of it is having a good support group. And if you don't have that, then it's hard to have pride. The entire it's good to have pride. Like we have our pride festivals and all
Right.
that, but also not everyone attends those. Not everyone who's gay feels comfortable going to those. Not everyone who's gay feels comfortable like
Being around other gay
actually
people.
likes those.
Yeah.
There's
But
some people that I know that are like, fuck the fucking pride parade. That's so stupid all the time.
Man, the fact straight people
I
go
go.
to the pride parade to make fun of other gay people is that's the gayest thing I've ever seen.
Right? Like
That is the gayest thing.
Okay, I've gone since 2018. I've only missed like 1 year since 2018, and there's been the same group of straight homophobic people, like same 4 guys that I've seen every single fucking year. You guys are just going to show support for yourself.
Right.
Is it the anti-abortion people?
It's the anti-gay and everything, people. It's like all of them.
Yeah, I got a pamphlet.
He got a pamphlet.
Just get a pamphlet and then roll the blunt with it.
No, actually.
Hell yeah.
it's good paper too.
Yep.
Man, but yeah, I don't understand why people love to hate. Loving to hate is such a fucking popular thing. Like, you can literally open your phone right now, go to any video you want, and there's hate comments in there.
Very.
Somebody doing something great, hate comment. Like, I saw this doctor, the title was "You're too big to run," or "It's too late to," it was something like that. But this lady was like, yeah, I'm trying to lose weight, blah blah blah, and the doctor was like, oh, it's too late to run, or it's this, and that's what people are telling her. And he was like, how can you tell somebody bigger to move more, but when they do and show people, now it's a problem.
Right.
So, like, the same with you all is, like, you ask them to be who they want to be, or you tell them as a young kid, you can be whatever you want to be, but when I want to be what I want to be, now it's a problem.
Yep. Exactly.
It blows my fucking mind.
And like the backlash that I faced, it wasn't only like just straightforward. I mean, I had a lot of family members who just went completely silent about the situation. They didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And that is torture.
I
Like,
bet.
you guys are just ignoring an entire part of something.
A
that I told
person.
you.
A
Yes.
person.
Yes.
Not even a human.
You are ignoring me.
Man.
Like,
And that's normally I have like two experience of something. So like when I'm talking about parenting, or I'm talking about being a child or being somebody's child, I can pull from my experience. I'm a father and a son.
right.
But with this experience, I'm just I'm not a part of the community. My son's not anything like a part of the community. So it's hard for me to be like, it's hard for me to be like,
Understanding from a personal point.
right. And not even, I see where they're coming from, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, I see my son as a boy. He does boy shit. And then out of nowhere, it's like, who is, to me, it would be a shock.
Yeah.
It would take me so long because you think of the memories. They're just remembering the person you were forced to be.
And that's usually the issue that a lot of parents have, but parents do not realize that their trans children are literally just asking for respect. Respect them as a person. If they want to grow their, like if your son ends up being trans at some point, if he wants to grow his hair out, let him grow his fucking hair out. If he wants to like paint his nails, what's wrong with painting your nails?
Right.
Fuck it.
Yeah, and we're all, I don't want to say groomed we're all raised or conditioned to be a certain way because of how we were raised previously. So I raised my son to be a boy, to be a man.
Right.
To me, there's nothing wrong with that. But when it starts to be hateful to that same boy or son that you had, when that individual decides to do, there's people who get mad at their child for not wanting to be a football star.
Right.
Or not
Yup.
wanting to fucking go to
You don't want to be a fucking doctor?
Yeah, or you don't want to go to OSU, you want to go to OU. Like, be happy they're alive.
Right.
Be happy they can look you in the eyes and tell you I love you.
Exactly.
Because eventually that shit would be gone. All right, so I think we've hit a lot of great topics, but the finishing touch, I want it to be as from the heart as possible, and it's to the boys, girls, the whole damn community of people. If they look at this and be like, I relate to him, even if it's little, what would you give to them from your experience and then just from an ally? I think that's pretty cool that y'all say allies, because
Ally.
now it feels like a war in a sense, which it kind of is.
Yeah.
You're fighting for you're fighting. I mean,
It always has
that's the
been.
thing. You have enemies. Learn how to fight, people. Okay? LGBT people, learn how to fight. Throw a fucking punch.
Go into the streets.
Most of these people who are protesting are fucking Christians. Punch them in the nose. They're going to turn the other cheek and
They
you
won't do
punch them
shit.
again.
There's gay and trans people that are learning how to shoot guns.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yup.
Shoot these niggas, bro.
Shoot 'em.
Shoot them.
Get him in the head.
I got somebody to go home to, and so do
Exactly.
you two.
Like, I don't have the time to be wasting on that.
Man. Because that's why I don't get road rage. If somebody gets out their car, they will die before they get to my car. Don't get out your shit. Okay? Do not. I got
Don't get
no.
out your shit.
Don't. Just honk and cuss me out. Call me the N-word for all I give a fuck. Just don't get out your car. Because you will die.
You will die.
Oh, all right. Sorry. It's on you. Floor is on you.
I mean, just keep living for you. Like, it's not about the other people that are in your life. I know they matter in your life, but it doesn't matter how they feel about you in the long end as long as you are happy.
That's beautiful.
And it'll take a minute to actually get somewhere where you're happy.
Yeah.
But once you get there, it's going to be the best feeling in the world. And you are going to live a fantastic life.
I like that, especially when you said keep living. There was this play. It's Hamilton.
I love Hamilton.
Oh, I love it. I watched it so many fucking times.
Me too.
But when George Washington was talking to Hamilton, he was like, "Young man, dying's easy. Living is harder.
Mm-hmm.
Living is fucking hard.
Living is difficult.
But as you live, eventually something good will come out of that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what the story will continue to be if you put a period at the first chapter.
Right.
Continue to live. And from us to you all, may your pain be champagne."